if you discover that your wife is involved in an illicit act, will you cover her up or will you bring it out to the open? Or let me twist it the other way. If you find out that your husband is involved in an illicit act, will you cover him up or will you bring it out to the open? So this matter is actually a very critical one, because at one point or the other, some persons have faced it in their marriages. And the truth is, it's not an easy decision to make, especially if you are someone that has principles, if you are a person of integrity. The first thing that will hit you is shock, if you have never expected it. But for me, if I see that my husband, or I discover it myself, that my husband is involved in an illicit act, the thing will pain me. It's going to be so painful for me. You know why it will pain me? Not that I'm going to be angry with him that he did that thing, or I'm going to crucify him or judge him that he's going to do that thing. The part of it that will be paining me is that guy, why? Why you go run this kind of show? I know they involved. Like, how? Why you go do before you do something like that? Now me, I used to post run am. I don't know if you understand. Like, if my husband is going to decide that this is the way he's going to do to get a particular thing, that decision, it will pain me that this guy he reason me less. Like, not that I'm in support of it, but what I'm saying that, first of all, I'm going to lose trust in him to some extent. Like, you decided to do such thing. You didn't even think as in, you didn't think to tell me about it, for us to reason about it, or to reason it together. Because most of the time, people that do these things, that are involved in something like that, they know it's going to, if it comes to the open, it's going to tarnish their image. They always have a very good reason to do it. You get? So except these things, except it happens the other way, because it can happen in two ways. If as a spouse, that act is against me, which is the common one, maybe you go give woman belle, or you go sleep with somebody else, maybe she's not even pregnant. Yeah. Before we talk about the image and career, if it comes to the open, the first person that is going to hit is me, the wife, that, he's cheating on me. Do you get? If he didn't tell me in that kind of a situation, I can understand. Do you get? So if that is the case, I now find out myself. I know that if I shout and, make it burst, it's going to affect his career. I'm going to get angry and will deal with it in-house. You get? It go collect from my hand, but I will do it in a way that will not affect his image or career, but it will collect. My mouth no feels good. So that aside, I'm going to get angry with him, and if it depends, whatever the wife wants to take, decision you want to take at that point, but I will try not to bust it out, because now my guy, in that case, I understand why he didn't want to tell me. But the second scenario is when the thing is not going to affect me. In fact, maybe I'm even enjoying from that act. For example, maybe in his place of work, you now find that that he's doing some, illegal runs there. Whatever reason that will make a man do that is because he's looking for something to bring home. You get? So what I would do in that case is that I will be angry with him first, that he did not tell me. Why should I find out myself, or why should I find out from somebody else? That would be my first anger. Then the second anger will not be, why will you do such a thing? There's always an alternative, and that's the truth. Always have choices in life. You made that decision, maybe based on that circumstance or reason that made you be in that spot, that particular thing you needed that made you to do it. But however, you had a choice rather, to make, either to do it or not to do it. Why would you choose that kind of a thing? because you are a man of integrity, and you are, even as a child of God, and you know this thing, it's going to affect you in this way and this way and this way. So I will scold him. If it has not come to the open, I will advise him, I will beg him if I have to beg him. I will use his children to beg him. I will use his mother, his father. I will use everything that he knows, that I know that he values. I will use it to beg him that please stop this thing so that you don't bring shame and what not to us. If it continues, if it continues, then I might have to look for somebody that I know he will also listen to also join. If you know still hear word, omo, wash my hand comot. I go look for ways take dey sabotage that thing. So far I don't know say okay, this is how he goes about it, this is when he does it. I might look for ways if it is possible for me. For example, woman wey know say her husband dey go house for night, go dey do armed robbery. If night come, wake up, open your eye, carry the key, hold am, hide am, say you no dey go anywhere this night because I no wan lose you. I no wan come turn widow. No, just giving an example. But if there's any way that you know that if you do this, you will no longer be able to do it, I fit do am because I don't want you, I don't beg you, make you stop, you go gree stop. And then I might also give you alternative that okay, instead of this thing that you are doing that is bad, this reason that maybe there might be something that he has not seen. I can ask and say, why don't you do this instead so you don't be doing this legal thing? There are always ways to it. But the truth is, it will not be nice, it will not be wise to just cast your person out, your husband in this case, or your wife in this case, that she's doing something or he's doing something. Because whether you like it or not, when that thing bursts, it will touch you. They will still call you wife of, or call you husband of. I've seen a case where a man was suspecting the wife to be cheating on him. At that point, it was not stated that he was suspecting. He burst it out, told everybody that his wife is cheating on him. He caught his wife with another man. Everybody started, the news just went around that the woman was so ashamed she could no longer stay in that area. She now moved to another place and left the man. Do you know that after a few months, this man started regretting that thing that he did and started accusing those people that joined him to laugh at the wife, to call her names and do all the family members like that. Started accusing them one after the other. Now you make my wife come out for house. Now you do this, now you do that. That was when he now changed the story and said that no, he did not catch his wife, that he only suspected. He saw message on her phone. How is he even so sure that the wife actually cheated on him? So bottom line is the man started regretting it because now he's alone. He regretted if they had talked about it personally, to be easy for him to just call the wife back. Now the wife says she can no longer come back. I don't know if you understand. Even for him to tell people that he wants his wife back, he's now ashamed to do so. I'm not saying I'm not in support of evil things, so I'm not in support of things like illicit acts. But I'm just saying at the end of the day, you cannot totally remove yourself from something that your partner has done wrong, because people will still add your name to it. Somebody was telling me recently that there's this particular pastor in Lagos that the man sleeps with some other ladies, as in he cheats on his wife, and the wife has found out and known that the husband is like that, yet she has refused to report the man to the church. I don't know if to report the husband to the church and all stuff. I said, you want her to report her husband to the church? Then where will her children see it from? Will you be feeding her? That pastor wife, I'm sure she has her reasons, because I said you cannot be more pained than the wife of a cheating pastor. That's the truth. You cannot be more pained than her, because she, first of all, she's collecting, the thing is hitting her from both ends. This man is her husband. This man is also a pastor. Just the way you are pained that your pastor be doing that, the woman too is pained. That, and also the fact that it's her husband is cheating on her. So for her to keep quiet and make that decision, I say leave her. When the time comes, the day she decides or knows what to do about it, she will do. Because you cannot try more than the bereaved. You understand? So at the end of the day, everybody get juju for house when they turn on your put. Many mothers is what they do to their children. Arm robber get mama. Some mothers already know that their children are cultists. They already know that their children are arm robbers. Their children are yahoo yahoo. It is a very painful thing, very difficult thing to do. You will just be inside trying to cover it and manage that person, warn the person, correct them in the way that you can. If there's somebody else you can talk to, if it's a child, there's something you can remove. So you'll be doing that low key because you know that your own reputation is also at stake for that person is committing. But to come say we will just may bust, difficult sometimes. If you accept that person no hear one, I will allow it to burst on its own, but I will not be, if it happens that it burst, that's what I mean. But I will not be the one that will make it come. That's my own take on it. And my partner is going to do something like that, I will also be angry that we didn't get to discuss it together, whether that was the right thing to do. Because who did he discuss with that he got to that decision? Who was he talking to that is not me in this life? I'm not saying I can't have other people that he talks to, but you should also discuss it with me first. We should have been in it together. That problem that made him to make that decision, we were supposed to be in it together. Why did he cut me out? That would be my first pain to person. Before he made that decision to do that, go through that wrong means or do something like that. Because they will always give you a reason why they are doing it. Bottom line, please, partners, or you as a person, don't put your partner in that position. It's not an easy place to be because they love you. They want to be there for you. Don't make it difficult. Don't. Because remember that your partner also have their principles. Now they are going to be fighting between their principle as a person and loving you and standing with you in that time where you are in such mess, because usually a mess. That's my point. That's my opinion on it. So if you have contrary opinion or reason why you think may bust or may not bust, please let me know with your comments. Thank you. Bye.